little bit of nuclear option. I got myself a probably copyrighted, but I don't know. Some of this music I'm going to play is probably copyrighted, may get me copyright struck or claimed. But a lot of these tracks are from very, very old games and other sorts of conglomerations of employees and ownerships and individuals that I presume have long since faded into the dustbin of history or some other bigger conglomerate's portfolio. However, I am going to play a tracker piece here that only OGs, only real ones, will know where this comes from. If you do, keep it to yourself. If you don't, well, that's your loss. Furball. There's a lot of targets. What do I have? Autocannon? Come on, baby. Where are we at? I see ya. I see ya. Oh! Oh, fuck. Right behind me, huh? Okay. Alright, I see how it is. Hit you with the Pugachev's Cobra. Stop. Oh, nope. Nope. No! Damn. Try this again. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I see you. Fuck. Yes, sir. Hop, 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 hop. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, hello. I have a couple of comments. As soon as I get a moment, I will respond in kind. I am experiencing sheer terror at this moment. I'll be right with you. This is just bots. I am nowhere near good enough to be online yet. Wait, where's my targeting? Where's my targeting? Why is my targeting not working? shit. Ah. Ah. Seems you don't need that many tips. There's so many people that are below my level in online lobbies. That's very flattering of you. It's not that I don't believe you, but perhaps just how bad I am at this game is not coming through. Although I do jest, and I'm sure there are people far worse than me. Wait, is that? No, that's an enemy. You're fucked, buddy. You're so fucked. Coming for that ass, bitch. That's how we do it. Rank 2. Mission. Okay. I will take your word on that. I will try multiplayer. Let's see what we got here. Crank that down a little bit. What kind of oh, here we go. Here's a good one. This will take us into combat mood right here. Yes. Okay. The one thing I noticed that the netcode for this game is very not good. I mean, early access seems like small developers. I'm not surprised. Netcode is hard to do, particularly if you don't use a platform solution that you just, lease from a bigger company. I jumped into some sub 100 millisecond ping servers with under 20 people, and it ran like dog water. But we'll see. I'm sure there's some good rooms out there. Let's see. We'll try PvP. Close. I don't know what these symbols mean. This UI is terrible. This game is great. This UI is awful. Let's see. Yeah, we'll try this. Okay, here we go. Big ounce. I mean, clearly they need help over here. Wait, do we not have any? I don't know where to... South Boscali. Can I take off from here? I thought it was the other team. Green icon means it's dedicated. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for telling me. The game should have told me that up front. Playing a lot of games, I've noticed just like, when I say things are bad or good, I don't mean like, oh, they're doing an awful job. I mean that like, making well informative, properly honed games is not easy. And the more that I play, the more I realize how difficult this truly is to do. I certainly couldn't do it. You have any other flying experience or knowledge? No. I can drive the absolute shit out of a car in real world life. I can steer using throttle and brake like an animal. I'm a rear wheel drive. I learned how to drive cars on rear wheel drive, moderately high powered stick shift vehicles. So I can pilot a machine, but not aircraft. I have no experience flying aircraft, either virtually or in real world. But I have a good sense of mechanical tactility. I learn pretty quick when it comes to machines. Having said that, whoop, the actual logistics of war completely befuddle me. And so that means I don't know what I need to be doing. I'm gonna go to the red stuff. That seems cool. Let's see. So I need to trade my collective. I need some altitude. Yeah. O2 Yaris? Yeah, little cars are where it's at. I'm definitely of the Lotus mindset myself when it comes to vehicles. The car that was closest to my heart, the one that I got to drive, I would say the most intimately, as in I knew the machine better, was probably my 1991 Mitsubishi Mighty Max. Turns out you have a rear-wheel drive straight forward driving the back wheels with no weight back there. Brakes loose pretty easy. You can pivot it real nice. But beyond that, I also had an 82 Celica GTS and an 83 Supra. Back when it looked like a Celica. It was a Celica trim. And boy, they don't make cars like that anymore, let me tell you. I appreciate the offer for help. You are welcome to offer tips if you like, but I will forewarn you, many of those tips will probably be outside of my wheelhouse as far as even able to receive them and act on them in a useful way. I may not catch them in time, or it just may be using information that I'm not able to use effectively. Somebody on the first day I tried to play this was telling me that I need to jink missiles in the cricket, and I'm like, bro, you're saying shit. I don't know what any of that means. I can't even land this damn thing. I can't, like, look, I'm sure I'm doing something wrong. I'm just out here flying, listening to music, right? There's a war going on. There's missiles flying by. I'm gonna get the shit blown out of me. Yeah, Barney style. That's what's up. If you can offer Barney style tips, Fred Flintstone's ass tips, I can make use of that. It's not that I'm unintelligent, but boy, when I'm doing something, my critical thinking skills drop to the floor. I've noticed I can't play games and think very effectively at the same time. There's a lot of things beeping at me. There's a lot of yellow lines. There's red lines too in the bottom left corner. I presume traffic light rules, the red lines are scarier than the yellow lines, but none of them seem to be doing anything. Maybe it's aint type stuff, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. Red line means I'm being seen for sure. Wow, so I've got 2 of you guys in here that are watching me and helping out. This must be really enjoyable for y'all, seeing somebody that has no idea what they're doing come into a game that you like very much. I'm sure that's a lot of fun. Okay, got it. So those are probably radar stations or some other sort of radar or electronic intelligence facilities. That ship is detecting me in real time, as opposed to delay time? What would that look like? Yeah, I mean, I presume I'm in a really bad spot here. Somebody shot a missile at me, I'd be fucked. Let's go, let's see. Yeah, let's go this way. Let me trade off some of this collective. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Easy. Look at that. I'm a professional. The fools just gave me a helicopter. I don't even have a license. So if those lines are detecting me, assuming they're red, gray, yellow, green, what have you, whatever the case may be, if they're detecting me, does that mean that they are showing up on HUD readouts for the entire enemy team? Like, that intelligence gets fed to the aircraft in the air for them to do combat on, I guess? Oh, we're moving. We're schmoving. Low and slow. What do I got in here? Up! 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 Oh my god! What the fuck? How did that... Oh! Shit! I am shoot myself out! I'm not a very good pilot. I think I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm good. Let me just get out of here. Okay, no, we'll try that again. That was a burner helicopter. No biggie. What do we got? Oh, we're getting fucked up. I guess I can't do anything? This shit confuses me too. I understand that there's a war economy going on underneath, like the flying, and that part of the goal of a mission is to get resources and win command and conquer style, but like, I don't know what any of this shit means. I don't know. Am I supposed to just sit here and wait? Yeah, you as well. GX33, thank you for stopping by. Hopefully by the time you come back, if you ever do, I'll know what I'm doing a little more. Yeah, it looks like I can't play. That's no fun. How about this one? Can I play this one? No, I cannot play. Well, this sucks. I'm not doing this. All right, how about... close. Maybe a PvE. A little bit less pressure. Only has helipads remaining. Interesting. So, wow, the ability to take off or land or whatever service certain aircraft is a function of how little or how whatever the amount is that it's been destroyed. That's cool. The more I play, the more I realize that there's a really interesting war simulation going on underneath that directly, materially impacts what you're able to fly and play with, which is really neat. Destroy the factory, can't launch those units. Got it. Okay. Let's try this. Oh, is that... Oh, hit me with the fucking... The early 2000s Wipeout Euro trash. Yes! Hold on. Extreme G N64 soundtrack. Okay. Requisition. Like, our faction has 5, I guess I can't use one. Here, take all this money. Okay. Now I'm leaving. Enjoy it. Maybe I can find a game I can play in. I may have just joined this one, I can't remember. They all look the same. They all look the same to me. Let's try this. Yes! There we go. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh! Oh! I think I fucked up. Okay, let me eject. That was a close one. That was real close. Okay, wait, take another one. All right, let me get out of this hangar. There we go. Okay, I think I've done this takeoff before. Make sure you roll out of the place first. Yeah. Yeah, I'm up. I need Barney tips for sure. Okay, we're taking off from the rough, improvised runway. I don't need tarmac. Tarmac's for wimps. Oh, that looks real bad. I thought nuclear option was just a tongue-in-cheek term. Improvised runway. Come on. Come on. There we go. Wow, this thing rotates slow. Okay. Let's see here. There's ships over there? You know what, let me get off the ground. I don't know what, like, the kill envelopes from an altitude perspective are for these aircraft. I imagine, depending on the aircraft, you're gonna either want to be real low to the ground or real high in the Oh, shit! Shit! Either real low or real high. Or maybe that's depending on what you're trying to accomplish. Wow, that thing was kind of fucking me up. What was that? Where are you? You're right there, you son of a bitch.
Right engine
Oh!
fire.
Oh! I think I crashed. Yes. Okay. Now maybe I can get to an enemy. Where was that son of a bitch? There you are. Get him! Get him! Ooh! Okay. Get some altitude. I'm not exactly sure. I understand what pitch like your collective on your rotor is, but I don't know what this is warning me of. I guess I suspect it means I am below a critical point such that I'll start losing speed or altitude, but I'm not sure which. What the fuck? Also, the sonic booms scare the shit out of me. One tip about the flares, throttle down to idle. Dropping flares with a blazing hot afterburner won't help you much. Got it. I was flying with a friend last night, and he was also telling me that a lot of these missiles have different tracking systems, and so there's IR track missiles, there's visual range missiles, or visual optical missiles, and there's also electronic or radio missiles, which I guess those are real hard to get away from. Yeah, collective and RPM definitely seems like a calculus relationship, for sure. If I can figure out what exactly this beeping indicator is telling me, like a sub 250 RPM, maybe 250 RPM is like a critical rotational rate to maintain a hover at minimum or something like that. That's what I presume. Okay, where's bug blocks? Here. Is that too far? That's probably too far. Where are you? Oh, he's gone. You know what? Let's get low. Yeah, because I've noticed when I get this right here, I seem to lose, not law, but one of the metrics that the collective is modulating, either forward or upward momentum. And I can tell that it's trying to govern it. But it seems like when I try to get too much altitude from the rotor blade pitch is when it freaks out, which tells me that it's most likely that I'm losing forward velocity, or I'm below a forward velocity critical point. I'm gonna have to actually learn how to fly a damn plane before I can do good at this. Wait, what is this? What is this over here? What we got over here? Oop, oop, careful, careful, careful. If you suddenly increase collective, they suddenly create so much drag. Oh, I see. So it's like, you're fighting the drag of the air. Gotcha. So you kind of have to, I guess, ease into your optimal collective, so to speak. You can't make rapid adjustments. Interesting. Okay, so what are you doing down here? Hey, my guy. Hey, my guy. What? There we go. I use way too much collective, way too fast. Rapid changes make you unstable. Could stall that helicopter. That sounds like my cup of tea. I'm a helicopter stalling type of guy. 85% is about the max. Got it. So above that is probably gonna be in a I'm about to shit my pants and hit something. I need as much altitude as fast as I can, or like a mid-turn, something like that. Let's see. What we got here? Intermediate range. Ooh. I'm coming straight head on for these sons of bitches. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Yeah, bitch!
Right.
Oh my god! I mean, I'm gonna presume they don't give me the ability to go 100% unless it's actually necessary. If I would never need to go above 100%, then they would make 85 100. So presumably there's a situation in which 100% collective would be called for. I just don't know what it is. But I also noticed the same thing with assist with the controls, in that you can turn stability assist off, but it is not helpful in 90% of scenarios unless you're trying to dodge an oncoming missile I have no flares for, or something to that effect. This is me speaking out of my ass and making presumptions, of course. Because this is not a game I have a... Oh, nope, I'm about to hit the damn thing again. Shit! Hold on, cut. Hold on. Wait. Are we gonna blast out of it? Nope. I got eject. Careful. That was a close one. That was almost trouble. Maybe they'll get a refund. I also need to figure out how to use these. Presumably, this one I noticed had a machine in it, some kind of a fighting vehicle that you can dump out, which I presume benefits the battlefield in some way. This Osprey-looking son of a bitch, I don't know what that's for. I'm not gonna requisition anything. I don't deserve it. I'm just... If a pilot like me ever tries to requisition something, just turn them down. Just say no. Okay, don't hit. Don't. There we go. Return to the airfield. That sounds like something you say when you go out back and you shoot a crippled horse or something. It has returned whence it came. More right rudder. Yeah, I've noticed that there's like a gyroscopic precession if you over or under collective it in some way. She starts to rotate, which is really cool. I didn't expect to... Presumably that's gyroscopic precession in action, and if so, I was not expecting that in a game this cheap and arcadey. Cheap in an endearing way, that is. Okay, what do we got here? I see somebody. Where are you? Oh, fuck. Yes, sir! Sorry, Dadle. Dade 1316. My apologies. I hope your pilot survived. That's the P factor. Ah. You all sound like DCS pilots, is what you sound like. Like you could actually fly a plane. Oh! Oh god! Jesus fucking Christ!
Right engine down.
Yo! I was told there was a benefit to ejecting too, that pilots can be rescued, or there's a resource benefit for doing it, which is cool. Oh, you're a real-life pilot. Very cool. Well, I deeply apologize for this performance of mine. I will say, piloting doesn't seem too difficult. In the same way that me, like, knowing how to drift a rear-wheel drive vehicle is not too difficult. Once you learn the basic mathematical principles, it's mostly a matter of procedure and feel. Although, admittedly, there's a lot more at stake when you're in the air, huh? Oh, hush. We're good. Oh, hush the helicopter, not you gentlemen. And sorry. Okay. Let's see. Got it. Yeah, so you're... Whether or not the helicopter is satisfied with that collective is directly a function of some things, at least, including the pitch. Well, I guess that could be my speed. Or angle of attack, I guess, technically. Two ways to gain altitude in a helicopter: pitch and collective. Depends on your energy state. Gotcha. Energy state as in how much inertial energy or potential energy the body of the craft has stored relative to probably the ground underneath you. Something to that effect. Oh, so that's what the winch is for. Pilots. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was for picking up material from base and taking it to the battlefield or what have you. I've also noted that these helicopters are really effective gunships. These things are monstrous. Oops. Where are you? I'll tell you what, this is one of the first games I've played in a while that benefits from the claw style of controller grappling, which is very nice. Crates and small vehicles. I'm far more adept at picking up helicopter piloting so far than I am aircraft, I'll tell you that much. Oh, Jesus. I say that. What do we got here? Nah. Aww. I was just about to win. You play with a controller of some kind or a flight stick? My heart of hearts yearns for a HOTAS setup, but as it stands, yeah, DualSense. This game was actually gifted to me by a friend just a couple of days ago. He's big into flight sim, wants to get into DCS, but doesn't have any actual aircraft manuals, and so was apprehensive to get into DCS. DCS seeming to be difficult to play if you don't have a proper setup. So he plays Flight Sim and a little bit of Nuclear Option and Ace Combat. And he's saying this game's praises very, very highly. He said it was a fantastic blend of arcade style and, I don't want to say real-world flight mechanics, but that the physics engine of the game fights back in an enjoyably realistic way. and pushed me to get it. And I said, no, I'm not interested. I'm not a flight guy. And eventually just bought it for me anyway. At which point, you know, you do it. Wow, so you would consider this a sim still? Wait, okay, I think hold on. Let me see if I got this. Join lobby. It says spectate. But that's only because I didn't click a faction. Got it. Got it, okay. I don't know if there's like is there like a quest log? Victories achieved when all enemy aircraft factories are destroyed and the enemy side's aircraft carrier, which will arrive midway through the battle, is sunk. Got it. I also don't know if blue means my side or blue is like one faction and red is the other. I'll figure it out. I will not tolerate disrespect! Flight model decent, fun, not necessarily realistic. Blue is friendly. Got it. Okay. Appreciate that. Yeah, I noticed that screwed me up too, that the world map is fixed with your cardinal directions, but then the one down in the bottom left is relative, which confused me for a little while. But that's alright. We're getting it. Friendly version of DCS. Seems like a good way to put it. DCS is an absolutely incredible piece of software. I've still never seen it being run in person. I would love to one day. But the people that play it and share videos and such, it looks like such a blast. Something tells me if you got decent enough at DCS, you could probably pilot real-world aircraft with not too much trouble. It's the plane, not the pilot. Trust, a revoker can pull any move off a cricket camp for some. Interesting. Okay, there seems to be a lot of action going on over there. What? Wow, that sounds really bad. That sounds really, really bad. That's a lot of nukes. All those nuclear weapons, that's so bad. Flown a little Cessna and the instructor was very impressed. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, the older I get, the more I realize that a lot of people out there are just not, what's a good way to put this? They're not mechanically adept, not with their hands, not with machines. I am trying to imagine what it would be like being a flight instructor teaching people how to fly an old Cessna. That sounds absolutely terrifying. I imagine oh! I imagine they have like dual inputs so the instructor can just take it from the, oh, I face threats head on. I face threats head on!
Right engine failure.
You don't have to tell me twice, baby. Let's see. Oh, it hit the water. Let me eject. What does notch mean? I've heard that a few times in regard, I'm just swimming. I've heard people notching missiles. And I chalk that up to being like a different, it's like jink, but not. Sometimes you jink a missile, sometimes you notch a missile. Sometimes you scoop, sometimes you dupe. Okay. Got it. So you just go perpendicular to its direction of travel. Got it. Oh, I can't, I'm very, they don't trust me with anything other than these. Yeah, like, very cool game, but I've done 3 multiplayer servers right now where I get in a situation where I can't go back flying. That's no fun. Quit mission. Don't care. Not waiting. Let's see. Let's try this one. I'm probably the worst kind of person to join your server. Just crash a bunch of shit, run out of money, and then leave. Let's see. Using the jammer helps improve notching. Okay. Now, can you notch successfully all types of missile? Optical missiles, infrared, and radio missiles? I did play the notch tutorial, but I don't think it's called the notch tutorial. I think it's just called something else. Oh, that sounds real bad. I was able to fly to the target in the tutorial, dodge the missiles, and then fly back, but it didn't give me any insight into the pilot's nomenclature. First radars could be easily duped. Okay. Oh, careful, careful now. Got it. That sounds real bad. Destroy vehicle factories. Yeah, let me go to the target. I'm gonna get myself killed if I go anywhere near these guys. I know what I'm good at and what I'm bad at. God damn it! Not happening. No, sir. Not today. I also get the collective yell, the computer yelling about collective values and radar lock confused still. That's how new I am. Notching works for almost every missile, basically drains energy but is more effective against radar guided due to the effect that basically makes you invisible. Oh, so the radar are designed or, you know, simulated to function such that their effectiveness is a function of your cross-section? That surprises me, because I figured, oh, Doppler shift. Got it, got it. So if you just completely rob the positive or negative Doppler effect, it reduces the effectiveness of the radar homing. Okay, interesting. Wow, yeah, they're way more in depth with this game than I thought. Got it. Missile? That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Oh! Oh, is that me? Did you say please stop spamming flares? No. Just for that, I'm gonna keep spamming them. Do not tell me what to do. You may offer advice, you may not direct me. I'm gonna launch triple the flares now. I'm gonna join a bunch of servers and launch flares and then dip. I'm gonna give the real pilots in the room a heart attack. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not ready for multiplayer. Not at all. Let's see. Yeah, I did this infrared countermeasures. Semi-active. I did this one. try this one. Positioned on a small island 20 km in front are two trucks. One tows a launch system for an R9 Spooky big boy missile, I guess, while the other carries a connected radar that provides guidance for them. The emission from radar is detectable by your radar receiver, and the direction of the radar to the radar is indicated by the orange line on the minimap. As radar-based detection relies on bouncing signals off of something, you can detect them at approximately double the range of the radar. Okay. Having received an emission doesn't necessarily mean you've been spotted. It just means you've detected a radar is being used. In this instance, however, you have definitely been spotted. Okay, sure. The radar truck has a range of approximately 40. It doesn't always mean it, but it does this time, and we won't give you the delineating factor. The radar will now be used to guide a Stratolance missile into you. I mean, I guess that's what real-world war is like, right? Maybe this thing saw you, maybe it didn't, who knows. Here's a line on your HUD, good luck. The bright line rising up off the island is a missile you've been fired at. As you are high in the air and well within range of the missile, the only way to survive is by executing a notch. Yeah, so this is a different one than the one I did. I was mistaken. Notching, in short, can be described as flying perpendicular. Doing this removes the Doppler shift. Our goal would be to get cover behind the mountains. So I guess flares are for heat seeking and therefore are not going to be effective against radar guided missiles, would be my presumption. Got it. You know how I know this is a good day, very, very good game? Because a bunch of y'all motherfuckers just ran up in here trying to give me tips. Nobody does that for dumpy, shitty games that nobody likes. They do it for games that they love, which is a very good sign. Escape? A notch guy. Got it. Notching alone is rarely enough to defeat a missile. Then, okay, so you get in the notch envelope, then you use the jammer. The lack of Doppler shifted returns should mask you from the radar. Tracking must be broken for at least 3 seconds for the missile to not reacquire. Note that even when the missile loses track, it will still head for the last calculated intercept point. Got it. Don't break the lock and then just keep going straight at it if you're in that path. Jammer's effectiveness is proportional to the remaining capacitor charge. Got it. Holy shit! That thing is so fast! Woo! Okay, try again. Can I not press any of the buttons on my controller? That's what I mean, janky ass UI. Highlight the next button so I don't have to click it. Okay. Sir, that is water. Oh. That seemed like I didn't do it right. Where's... I don't know how to select my jammer. Seems my right D-pad, which is supposed to give me... Yeah, I only have IR flares. That seems goofy and incorrect. Cool, I escaped. Great, awesome tutorial. Quit mission. Let's try something else. Switch countermeasures key. I may not have it yet. Yeah, I'm not interested in fighting this game's questionable programming. I'm just gonna join this and learn trial by fire, I guess. All right. Oh, well, hold on now. Improvised runway. Thank you for joining, and thank you for giving me real-world pilot tips. All right. Let's see, we got, what do we got? Cricket, tarantula, cricket, okay. Huh. I've been watching a lot of the combat footage coming out of the Ukrainian war for years now, and some of those pilots are unbelievable, the shit they do. Both in helicopters and aircraft. I mean, flying not 80 foot above the ground. I imagine the air there is just completely saturated with radar. It seems like it's basically brought to a stalemate, if I'm to understand correctly. The Russians don't seem to get much over the line, and the Ukrainians can't punch too far in either. Oh! Hold on now. One thing I've noticed is I'll get a death loop with these IR missiles, and I'll cut my throttle, throw a bunch of garbage out to lose them, and then I'll not be able to get enough speed to get out of their firing envelope again, and just be a sitting duck. Like, what do you want from me? Up. Up.
Stall.
Up. No, we're good. Easy. We'll get Europe to pay for it. No biggie. What's another rough fail? AGM air ground missiles, ASAL cruise, TBM crazy OP missiles. You notice how you didn't have to throttle down in this plane for your flares to work. I did not notice that. In fact, I throttled down in a panic regardless of the aircraft. But it's good to know that that's the case. It makes sense. There's going to be way less of a heat signature off of a propeller aircraft. Interesting. Oh, careful now! Don't go through my collision-free aircraft. That's weird. I wonder why it says message retracted. I wonder if that's something you did or Google did. I can't ever tell with these platforms. Man, there is... not to say that it's not good. I think this is a very, very good game. But there is so much more going on for you to be a successful participant than I ever would have expected going into it. My internet's pretty bad. I know the pain. Also not a huge fan of the radar targeting. My friend that plays this game uses his mouse. He like gets to a comfortable altitude and just starts targeting a bunch of shit when he's got a second. That doesn't seem optimal either. There's probably a better way to do it that neither of us are aware of. What's over here? Whoop. Okay. There's one. Yeah, I feel like I have to shoot 4. Or maybe I need to shoot one and then wait a second?
Left engine fire.
Nope, definitely need to shoot 4. Get out! Damn! Sorry, Europe. Mouse is the meta? Okay, cool. Good to know. Let's see. You open the map, there are several buttons right and left of it. Target lets you determine what you do or don't want to target. Oh. Ah, I see. Very helpful. Thank you. Clear targets, reset filter. HUD. Interesting. Okay. Might be my job. Cool. Presumably you're going to want to modulate that depending on what aircraft you're flying and what you're going after. Got it. Yeah, that helps a lot. Yeah, I saw that there's either mod support or something for maybe not IR tracking, but head tracking. And I don't have a head tracking setup, but I do have facial recognition cameras that I can use that'll track head movement. I use Linux though. I don't know exactly how to translate that, but I mean I use Linux, so it should be doable. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, hold on, ma'am. Okay. You can command units? Wow, this is more Command and Conquer than I thought. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sneak along the backside. Okay. Oh my god! How many missiles does that thing have? Got it. Got it. Okay. Oh, nope, fuck that up. Oh my god!
Right engine fire.
Oh, where was my gun? I thought I had... Oh, I didn't have it selected.
Left engine.
I'm going. I'm good. Look at... Oh my god. Don't press F unless you want to turn on ace combat mode. Well, clearly you've gotten to know me quite quickly because you know I'm absolutely going to press that immediately. Let's do that. What does F do? Stability assist? Oh, yeah. All my rally racing games, when I play Dirt Rally and WRC, I ride with no stability assist. No brake, no throttle assist, no stability control, nothing. But I presume this is going to be way different. Let's see. Light enabled, disabled. Oh, Jesus, you can feel it. Oh. Oh, yeah, she's slippery now. I'm gonna get myself in trouble yawing like this. Oh. Okay, no, we're good. We're so good. We're golden. Out of curiosity, if you don't mind me asking, some of you that are watching, are you based in the US or are you over in Europe? Because most of the people that watch my channel, though I'm an American, are in Europe, which is really interesting. And I don't know why that is. Certainly not complaining, I just found it odd. Get him! Get him! Wow, he's fucked. There's no way. Come on. Here we go.
Left engine fire.
Ooh!
Fire.
Ooh! The Netherlands. I wonder why it is that YouTube loves recommending this channel to Europeans. It may be that YouTube correctly recognizes I'm probably closer to an actual European than I am an American, deep down. I wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly why. Something I don't like about these platforms is that they have all these secret unknown variables that they use to algorithmically push this stuff. Give me the helicopter. I don't think I've had I've got 180 subscribers now, a few tens of thousands of views. I would be hard pressed if 10% of them were American. Fascinating. Too much. There we go. So good. What does stability control do in this thing? Is there not one? Auto hover was interesting too. I thought it was just going to be a hold position, but it's not. It seems similarly complicated. Or not complicated, but in depth into what it's actually doing. Pitch limiter and or auto hover. Yeah, I noticed that the tarantula, I guess, its auto hover behaved differently than this chicane, which, you know, I guess unsurprising given that that thing has 4 tilt rotors. Oh, I think my my aircraft buddy is hollering. Okay, sorry about that. I think if you hold that stability assist button, it'll engage auto hover. Yeah, notice it's like pitching backwards to try to slow me down, I guess. Here, let me help you out there. Let me help you out. Okay. So yeah. Seems I've still got some forward momentum, but not a terribly large amount. I've got to figure out which of my plus 3 meters a second, is that altitude? It's got to be altitude, right? Yeah. Maybe not, I don't know.
VRS.
What? That's some physics shit. Don't hit me with Newtonian shit right now. I'm in the air. I'm busy. Also, if you select any weapon other than the gun, oh no, I'm so good. I'm so good. I try to read. I'm gonna get myself killed. Let's go this way. My apologies if I'm not very attentive to chat. It turns out I'm not great at both of these simultaneously. Climb or descent rate. Got it. And the kilometers an hour is your forward speed or ground speed, which I guess is speed relative to the ground beneath you. Me thinking out loud, not correcting, by the way. If it sounds like I'm trying to correct anyone, it's just me vocalizing my thought processes. Yeah, very bad at... Oh, who's this? Huh? Huh? Who's this? Bitch! I'm gonna show you how we do it. Oh, you think you slick. Think you slick. I'll have you know that the Coalition of the Willing funded me full of rockets and missiles. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That didn't come out of my paycheck. That came out of yours. Uh-huh. Vortex ring state. I love that they legitimately hit me with some kind of weird edge case helicopter behavior for a tilt rotor aircraft. It's like, yo, you're in a bad way right now, my guy. Something is doing a ring that needs to not be. Okay. Oh. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. There's like roughly guided rockets. Laser guided, I guess. Nice. Oh, 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 I'm going, I'm going. Looks like flak, that's not good. Wait, we got another one. Oh, oh, oh! Move! Oh. No, we're good. I'm easy. Easy. I'm fine.
Main rotor damage.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, flak sounds bad. What game was it? I don't know. I played a game as a child on the family computer. IL-2 Sturmovik, maybe? Maybe it was an old school Medal of Honor Call of Duty mission. I don't remember what it was, but there was flak in that game that scarred me for life. Yeah, definitely not fine. I know that sound from a mile away. What's this guy saying? Can't play tonight, but a bit more that I'll run and record a mission so you can see my cockpit and what I'm doing. Oh, hell yeah. Definitely not fun. Let's try this again. Try the higher end planes. Whoops. Whoops. I also don't know why, like I'm pressing the controller right now to select the different buttons, and then when you get to restart mission, it just disappears. Like, I swear, the programmers of this game are some wild men. Let's just make the selection go invisible. Wouldn't that be sick? I don't know how to try higher in planes. The game doesn't want me to. Doesn't even want me to try this one. Beam NG devs? That makes a lot of sense. If you go straight down in a helicopter too fast, the inner column of air which flows up gets dragged into the outer column. I see. Got it. So I'm going straight down, the inner column of the air in the vertical column above the rotor, which is getting pushed upwards. Well, I guess it would be getting pushed down, right? Because you push the air down to keep the helicopter in the air. I don't know. That confuses me. I kind of understand what you're saying, but I think I have my cardinals reversed. BeamNG is an amazing piece of work. I haven't spent too much time on it, but that they're behind this would make complete and total sense. Actually, I'm gonna look up an image of a vortex ring state. So I have a diagram so I can understand.
Raise gear.
No. Oh, I see. So it's not like an explicit column like I thought, but you've got vortices on the center of the blade and at the tip, and they rotate back inwards. Got it. So you just zero out your lift, basically. Okay, interesting. Oof. Ooh, gross. Where are you? What are you doing? He's moving, isn't he? Oh! Opticals will miss guaranteed. Interesting. Okay. Ugh. Ugh. Come on now. No, sir. Come on, come on, come on. Oh! Dodge that. In a vortex ring state, increasing collective makes it worse. Got it. You know, there's a long-standing theory, probably older than I am, that if you want a right answer on the internet, although admittedly in the age of LLMs, this probably doesn't apply much anymore, but before that, the reasoning was that if you want an answer for something on the internet, you just do the wrong thing in public and everyone will rush to correct you. Let me tell you, playing this game in public has proven that theory to be very true. I get so much help by just being bad publicly at this game. It's pretty great. I love being bad at games. I find a novelty, a joy in experiencing things without pouring into wikis or being trained and having to figure it out on my own. Given that novelty is something you experience less and less of as you age, there's just less stuff to be impressed or scared by. Games are one of the few refuges where you can still experience novelty all the time. It makes games like this even better because I don't know how to actually fly aircraft. And so there's just this whole body of interestingly programmed real-world simulating stuff that I could do. It's so cool. Oh, careful. Careful, this ain't a jet. Careful. Flight sim nerds are good people. Flight sims were some of the first games that I ever played, and in fact, I distinctly remember playing Flight Simulator 95 on our 386, or maybe it was before 95? Whatever it was an old-ass computer, and we had a parallel port joystick, and my uncle yelling at me because I wasn't flying the plane correctly. I think there's something about the human condition and the stakes of flying real aircraft and how dangerous it can be that just compels humans to share the helpful knowledge, which I love. I think it's a great thing. They don't do that in racing. They just laugh at you. I've got a buddy who really is into track and circuit racing, and I say because I'm a rally racer and he's a track racer, he's actually a scrub and a loser and doesn't actually know how to drive a car. He only knows how to drive a car with one steering input, the wheel. He doesn't know how to drive a car with the throttle and the brake and e-brake also being steering inputs, the way real men drive cars. Check this out. Oh my god! Check this out. Oh! Driving is indeed easy for 90% of people. Driving well, driving fast, yeah, slightly less so. Though admittedly, driving fast is very, very difficult. On a dirt track, there's a lot of leeway, but on a circuit, hundredths of a second. Some of the friends that I have that do go-kart circuit racing and do a lot of sim racing, it's incredible. The pressure that they're under in a long-term race, just fighting for inches for like an hour. People are really getting into F1 these days too, which is interesting, because F1 is like, I don't know, I've always found F1 to be a weird mix of sport and motorsport. It feels almost more sport than motorsport, if that makes sense. It's more about the teams and the personalities than it is the actual racing. But that's my, uneducated and from a distance opinion. Let's see. Short vehicle depots. I'll get there eventually. Oh, nope, fuck you up. I'll have to set up my controls and get better at adjusting and manipulating this camera in third person on the fly. On the fly. I'm a big fan of photo mode, and there are some incredible screenshots to be had in this game. You know what? I'm just gonna target everything. Fuck it, whatever. Good luck! Good luck! Oh. That's a jink right there. Like I'm a professional basically now. Look at that. Look at that. Unstoppable. Get out of here. Get out of here. Shoot the missile. Where you at? Where you at? No, no. You. Oh my god. Target the fucking... For fuck's sake. Oh my god. Oh! You know the gist of the total velocity vector, the little round circle in your HUD? If that's... I know the glide slope indicator, which I guess is like plotting your inertial movement given some forward distance ahead, versus where your nose is aiming, if that's what you're talking about. But the circle with the line coming off of it, they roughly explained what it was when I was doing the landing tutorial, but it didn't really sink in. Give me that, yeah. Okay. Yeah, if that's the circle, like that one, that one, how informative. There's a bunch of little circles. I know what some of them do, sort of. I can kind of feel them out mechanically, but I don't think mechanical tactile understanding of a lot of these systems is going to be sufficient to be an effective player or pilot. I'm gathering pretty quickly. I can feel out how to get around a racetrack relatively quickly, but this is a whole different can of worms. Yeah, I'm familiar with that one. That seems to be indicating like where the travel of the aircraft is headed, given some X amount of distance. Seems to be dragging behind the change in, I don't want to say momentum, but angle. I would like to know, because that's got to be a function of time, right? So like, how much of a time delay does that have? Seems like a half a second or a quarter second maybe. Okay. Collision? Nope. Okay, this game sucks. Whatever. Exit game. Lame. Don't care. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you something that I can do. Where is she? Come on, Linux. What are you doing? There we go. I don't know. That game is lame. No, actually, that game is slaps. That game is great. There we go. Excellent game. Turn on my firewall? Absolutely. Because I do not permit games to go online unless I give them explicit permission. And Dirt Rally, you do not have that permission. I was playing Fallout not that long ago, and it was always asking me to go online. So what? You can update my texture pack with HD and break all my mods? No. No, I don't think so. There we go. Here's a machine I can pilot. Now I've got to emulate an Xbox controller because Dirt Rally seems to freak out on Linux with the DualSense. I don't know why. Why the fuck did I just do that? That was dumb. There we go. Yeah, that I can easily tell that nuclear option is going to be deliciously fun once I get enough of a heuristic and responsive sense to the threat level and how to manage it and deal with it appropriately. But that's going to take a lot of trial and error. And it's probably not going to be training that I do in the public eye either. It's going to require a lot of grinding. Here. There we go. You can see how little that I played nuclear option before I started streaming it, that I not only was not good at it, but had no idea how deep it was. It's shockingly deep. Not expected for a game as cheap as it was. Good developers. I think titles like Nuclear Option are indicative of a very rapidly changing games ecosystem, where heart and soul and proper calibration for your player base for what they want is going to be what you're targeting. You're not targeting building a project for 3 years for $300 million that tries to sell 10 million copies in the first 6 months or whatever. It's going to be stuff like Nuclear Option. I think eventually I'm going to have to make a video on how good that game is, even from a distance I can tell. I want to go, no, we'll go R5. Honestly, Mr. Ruby Light, you should absolutely make a YouTube channel and make some tutorials, because I don't know if you've seen anything else that I've made. Certainly wouldn't blame you if you haven't, but I have no experience making videos. I've got experience playing games, really, but that's about it. No streaming experience, none of that stuff. I don't even think I'm that compelling of an individual as far as like my thoughts and speech and ideas that I have. I'm just a normal person like anyone else. What I'm getting at is that the consequence of this belief was that I didn't think making videos or streaming or anything would be worth my time or anyone else's. And I was wrong. People seem to really enjoy other people sharing what they're good at and what they have knowledge in, or even what their opinions are if they're well-rounded. And if you're as good at flying as you seem to be, and you have not only the ability to fly, but you can communicate it Barney mode as you were doing for me, I highly recommend that you start making videos, informative, educational, for pleasure or otherwise, and share it, because the world loves that stuff. If I were to listen to you tell me how to fly DCS, I wouldn't worry that I was being marketed to. You know what I mean? Oh, here we go.
Start
Medusa?
Opens of a crest into 6 right long of a crest. Good luck.
Stay alive for long enough to tactical threshold. Tactical threshold, I love that shit. I will try the Medusa. I will take your advice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 6 left, opens of a crest. Into 6 right long of a crest. Into 6 left. And 6 right long.
Oh, hold on now.
Crest. 50, 4 left. Into don't cut 3 right long of a crest. Keep right of a 40, 3 left. Into 2 right, very long, past junction. Opens 30. 3 right. 30. Cut 4 left of a crest.
Get out of here, mouse.
Keep middle of a 150. Caution. 4 left of a crest, narrow. 30. Keep middle of a crest. 50. 5 left. And 6 right. 30. 6 right. Opens, keep middle of a crest. Into keep right into 4 left. 150. 4 right, into slow, 6 left 30, turn unseen, 1 right. Opens 100, turn unseen, square left.
Wait, where's... There it is.
60. Turn 1 left. Opens 3 long.
God.
Turn 2 right, 80.
I love Samir.
Turn 1 right long with a double junction.
You know, there's lore behind that, apparently. Apparently that video of Samir and his co-driver was released by their opponents in the rally circuit to badmouth them.
6 left long, tightens.
And it was a supercut of all the bad turns. I don't know how true that is, but I would totally believe it. Racers are snarky people.
To the crest long, 30. 6 left. And turn 4 right. 40. 6 right of a crest, slow 50, turn very tight hairpin left. 30.
Oh, don't kill the people.
Opens 90. For left long, tightens. 200. Junction 200. Slow, turn unseen, 1 right.
1 right.
Into 5 left long. Opens and crest. Into 6 left, 50.
God, I love the fucking drum and bass or wipeout music going on in the background. It's so good. Oh shit! Oh no! Drive! Don't talk! Oh god!
Crest.
No,
Into
we're good.
6 left long.
So good.
Tightens 4
Can't stop this train.
to keep middle of a jump. 80. Turn 3 right. 100. Turn unseen. Narrow 4 left of a crest jump. Opens long. 6 left of a double jump. Into cut 5 right. To keep left of a crest and keep middle of a crest. 50 over finish. Cut 6 left long to stop.
Easy. Easy fucking money. Let's try let's actually break a sweat. Yes. Like a glove. There's something about the sheer unmitigated violence of rally that I enjoy. Circuit racing is clinical. It's precise. There's prepared tires and tarmacs and vehicles. Not that rally vehicles aren't specially prepared, but it's doing surgery with a car. You're dancing with an instrument. Rally is mud inside open wounds kind of racing. It's so good.
Use the Joker lab to your advantage.
I don't know this track, so
Check.
it'll be a little learning.
Looks good from where I'm standing. Hold the revs. Go, go, go.
There's okay. Guess that wasn't the way. Oh, fuck. My bad.
Remember the driver's briefing. They're looking out for corner cuts. Be careful. Pace is good, but we're not gaining. We need to be catching up.
I wish they would block that off. God. You know, we need a good Baja rally game. We don't have one, and it would be so good.
Looks like there will be another kill, have you heard?
Uh-huh.
Need to keep within striking distance.
The maintaining and shedding of potential and kinetic energy is something I definitely understand in rally, and it's going to translate to nuclear option once I get a feel for it, I believe, because it's all about energy momentum, or energy conservation rather.
Careful on the turtle north, there will be another kill there.
Oh, every time, every time. Garbage! Dakar Desert Rally. You all should definitely consider making some YouTube videos, if not about flying and DCS and combat sims in general, nuclear option in specific. You both seem to have a wealth of information, and you can communicate it. That's valuable, and people would really, would really enjoy it. Not only enjoy it, but get benefit from it. You know, honestly, it may already be out there. Not that you shouldn't, but that there may be a bigger market for it than even I realize, because my YouTube is totally locked down. I don't get any recommendations or anything. I've got
Ready?
I've got it basically blind to me. I upload to it. That's about it.
Go, go, go.
Okay. I know this track now. Oh, that was cheating. Uh-huh. Fucking god damn it.
They're gonna actually up ahead, watch out.
Coming for you.
The car ahead.
this.
As you merge.
I don't wanna cut all these corners. Come on.
You may be penalized.
If you're talking about the music, yeah, Contra Hardcore. I've got a little playlist here because I found the music in Nuclear Option to be so bad. I went through and found a bunch of old Amiga and Genesis tracker and synth music I could use. Actually, you know what? Yeah. If any of you ever played N64, there was a game called Aero Fighters Assault, which was a lot of fun. And playing Nuclear Options made me want to jump back into it. Oh god. Dude, it's fucking... Oh! Got me right at the end. Yeah, I'd be mad too, Mr. Racer Avatar. Oh man. Alright, I think we're at about hour 42. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get some other stuff done for the day, so I'm gonna wrap this stream up. I've heard about that. I can see it related to older Armored Core games. It's Armored Core 6, by the way. Oh my god. So good. Older Armored Core games are great too, but I didn't expect the recent one 6 to be that good, because frankly I played Elden Ring, also from FromSoft. I don't think Elden Ring is that good. But Armored Core 6 was fantastic. Oh, you're an Amiga? That's right, you said you were in Europe. Yeah, so you probably grew up with Amiga, and all the titles on there. I need to get some Amiga experience. That's what I need. Because, growing up and playing games in America right at the cusp of the internet was before a lot of the games and media culture was globalized. And now that it has become more globalized, I get to look onto what the UK and mainland Europe got to experience with the raucous success of the Amiga 500, the demo scene that was out of the Scandinavian countries, and how that led into a bunch of talented people in cracking groups that I had, you know, experience with as a very poor 12-year-old, as one does, and all the incredible music and games that came out of there. Some of the guys that I watch on YouTube occasionally, they're video game documentarians. One of them is named Danny O'Dwyer at NoClip, and he has a very deep affection for the Amiga ecosystem and often talks about, I think his favorite game on the Amiga was Sensible Soccer. And I've heard other people talk about Sensible Soccer online, and they speak about Sensible Soccer in hushed, reverent tones. That and Cannon Fodder, I think. So I need to give those a shot. There's some amazing media production stuff on the Amiga too that we just didn't get on IBM PCs. Internet Archive has amazing stuff. I cannot believe they are, I don't want to say allowed to get away with what they do, but I don't know how else to put it. I don't know what it's like in Europe. I think Europe, I mean, I say Europe like it's a single place. It's, you know, maybe save for the Shenzhen zone and some economic stuff, it's not, as far as I understand it. But I know copyright law in maybe some of the areas like Norway, Sweden, Finland, the Baltic areas, they had very different copyright law than we did. I think it was Sweden in particular that was allowed to, you could just copy stuff there and you weren't breaking any laws. And it allowed for a flourishing community of developers back in the late 80s, early 90s that we have no parallel for here. We never got any of that. And I didn't realize that we missed out, you know. Like when you're an American growing up, you think, oh, the Pirate Bay, that's where you go download torrents. And without like the cultural context, it was easy to not realize that that actually was the very tip visible iceberg of a much deeper set of principles and beliefs about freedom and individual expression and computer security, rights and power that we didn't have here. And I think a lot of that is evident in some of the games that were produced, particularly on the Amiga. Good stuff. Good stuff. I need to get into it. Man, maybe I should do that. Let me see. What's... Let me look up a little list real quick. Because nowadays, you can emulate almost anything. It shouldn't be too hard to get Amiga. But I would have to do it right. You know, I need to get a copy of the Amiga OS and boot into it and all that. Sensible Soccer, Defender of the Crown. Lemmings was Amiga. That's right. I forgot about that. Because that was DMA Design and they were out of Ireland, right? Believe so. Rick Dangerous, Secret of Monkey Island. Zool was an Amiga game? Damn. Yeah. Amigas might have to be next on the streaming list. There's too much cool stuff. Like I was saying earlier, novelty is something that you just run out of if you keep existing in the same ecosystems as you age. So just jumping into an alternative history of PC hardware and software would be so cool. Desert Strike. I think I played that for the Super Nintendo. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can... Hold on. I don't like to stream my entire monitor because I never know what's going to pop up on my machine, but I should be able to stream a window. Let me see. I think I have a streaming profile on Firefox, do I? Yeah. Yeah, I sure do. Give me 1 second. In the meantime, while I get this set up, enjoy some pictures that I've taken from photo mode in some of my other games. It says break, but there's no break. Aha. Perfect. Let's see, is this the one that I played? Oh my god! Do I not have a dark mode add-on? Holy shit. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. I am not about to get blinded by my own monitor. Nope. Beautiful. Yeah, this is what I played on the Super Nintendo that I remember. Desert Strike. Oh, buddy. Let me tell you. Such a good time. Good old de nouveau. Yeah, I am no fan of copyright protection, active copyright protection on games. It's interesting. I definitely see the need for it. I think there's a good case to be made that there's a lot of money to be lost on a commercial product if you don't lock it down for at least a few months after release, because cracking groups will break it open instantly. Save for de nouveau, that seems to be a little tougher for them. But that isn't to say that I like it, and I really wish companies that use de nouveau would do, I think Ubisoft does this, where they strip it out after 3 months to a year, something like that. Or maybe it's Square Enix that does that. SNES. Doesn't look like on the Amiga. It's a terrible screenshot. Okay. I'm definitely not running an ad blocker YouTube. You don't see that. God, that's so good, dude. Back when games were real games. Oh, it's so good. Weapons, arms, underlined. In case you weren't clear, let's really drive it home. Those weapons are armed.
Over here.
I'm gonna drive straight up to this anti-air. Cleared hot. Oh, wow. No shit.
Skyhook, this is Dustcap. Intel confirms 2 comm towers relaying theater-wide signals. Priority is destruction. You are cleared hot.
Copy that. Getting after them.
Wow. That's cool. It's like a little Unity project or something to that effect. Not sure if you're referring to me or Mr. Rubylight about not knowing about this. I certainly did not. I've come to accept that games are now such a big ecosystem. I've been playing games for 3 decades plus at this point. I read about them, I study them, I've tried to make my own, not to sell, but just to understand how game engines are constructed, how you compile them as portable software and all that stuff. I soak in the game culture, and I still miss deeply popular stuff that everyone else seems to be aware of but me. There's just so much, I can't stay on top of it all. Oh, we got Ragdoll? Dude, this is cool. Let me send this to my buddy. That's cool.
I feel like $100.
I love a good simulation game. Nuclear Option is a blast. Dirt Rally, one of my all-time favorites. But little things like this, I love them as reminders that it's good mechanics and sufficiently engaging interactivity and quality, well-thought-out design that really makes a video game experience. Hold on, did you just helicopter somebody to death with your rotors? Sick! Yeah, it's weird. Watching this game and thinking about how this reminds me of old stuff. I mean, I guess of course, right? It's a spiritual successor, a remake. But, I don't know. If y'all have been around since the Amiga times and you've been doing this for a minute, then you remember when games were
Roger.
pieces of interactive software, right? They were video game toys. They were digital toys that you played with.
Sir, sounds like Mondo is...
We're looking into it.
And I mean that in a good way, because what I've noticed
Sir, out.
is that
Home in time for dinner.
I'm gonna mute this so I can talk for a minute. What I've noticed is that a lot of people that are getting into games nowadays, both as developers, as reviewers, even as documentarians, they're coming from the movies ecosystem. I'm seeing more and more people talk about games that either remind them of movies or use movie tropes. There's a guy that I follow whom I won't name because I don't really think it's relevant, but he made a comment that I think was exceedingly reasonable, a totally reasonable comment to make when he and his co-hosts were going over Game of the Year contenders, right? And he said, and I roughly quote, I paraphrase, he said, "I will always regard a game higher that left me with a feeling of emotion, that left me with insight and helped me learn and feel something, than I will a game that felt good to play." That sounds reasonable. Bro, hold on. I love it. Yo, we don't need a story. Just give the man a fucking... Just give him a fucking notification on eBay. Hold on, I gotta screenshot this. But, yeah, so what I was getting at is, he said, "I will always regard a game higher that made me feel something than a game that was fun to play, that was mechanically engaging." I think on its face, that's a reasonable thing to say. I don't really besmirch anybody for saying that. But what I would say to that claim is that if that's the case, maybe what you enjoyed would have been better rendered as a movie or as a book. Because there's two component words in video game: video and game. The video is the thing that you see, the movie part, so to speak. But then there's the game, the interactivity. And what I've noticed is that I've played a lot of games these days. The biggest one I can think of is God of War Ragnarok, which frankly should have been a movie. I don't think it was a very good game. And I think it speaks to how movieized games are becoming, I think at the expense of their mechanics, their interactivity, right? Now we juxtapose something like this against a game that we have here in front of us, Cleared Hot, or Nuclear Option, right? Which really don't give a shit about the story. It's all about the mechanics, the other end of the spectrum. I'm not saying one is better than the other, one is intrinsically right or wrong. I'm saying that it's interesting in watching the culture change and develop over time, and that I noticed that we're in a more movieized era of games, and I hope we get back to the mechanicals at some point soon. Because I worry if we don't, games and movies and transmedia pipelines are just going to meld together. You know, Fallout the game and Fallout the TV show are just going to bleed into being the same thing. And I think that kind of sucks. I don't want Fallout to have a TV show, frankly, because I don't think Fallout is supposed to be a movie. I think it's supposed to be a game, or at least it's supposed to be designed with the intent to being an interactive experience primarily, and what storylines are integrated into it and lore that underpins it, I don't want to say comes secondary, but it takes back seat to the interactive elements. That's my personal belief. I even tried to learn how to program in Godot and extend my knowledge of Python and such, just to make sure that some of this weird shit I see in games development was actually developers just not being good at it, or not having good design insights, or was it that games are really, really hard to make? Well, they are hard to make, but I think a lot of developers just don't have good taste. Like this strikes me as a game with good taste. I'm definitely gonna have to give this a shot. Like chickens? Whatever. Fuck yeah. Who cares? You got a Huey gunship. Let's move chickens with it. Amazing. Amazing. It's so good. Right? Are we gonna make this like a movie? Fuck no. Fuck your movie. Who gives a shit about the lore? Pick up chickens. Put them in the box. Feathers go everywhere. It's so good. What's another great game that I've got installed on the machine? Let's see. Man, Kenshi. Kenshi is another example of that. A game that has basically, it has lore, but Kenshi has no story. There's literally no story in it, to the extent that it's a function of you, the player. Whatever narrative you build in a game of Kenshi is something you construct yourself just as an individual player. They allow you to make the fun yourself. But the underpinning of the experience, the reason that people play it, is because the mechanics that define the way that game is constructed give rise to the story. I've played, I don't know, 10 games of Kenshi, and every single one has had a different story that erupted from it by virtue of me just trying to mechanically progress. And that's a beautiful type of design. Wow, this is fucking cool. I'm gonna have to play this. All right, I'm gonna wrap the stream up. Thank you both for joining me. This is a lot of fun. I may be back on a little bit later tonight. May not. I need to get some stuff done. But I jump on every few days. So if you want to watch me make a fool of myself in nuclear option, probably going to stream every other day or so until I get to day 7 to 10. Or I can get my buddy to join me for some team combat. And then we'll figure out something interesting to play afterwards. This one might be next. This is really compelling. Running with rifles, top-down shooting game. No, but I will write that down, actually. You both have all but proven you have excellent taste. I will take your words in high regard. What did you say it was? Running with rifles. Running with rifles. No, I didn't see this either. I'll put this on my wish list and see if I can get a hold of it. Maybe I'll give it a play. Yeah, and no worries for the kind words. I do mean it. I'm not saying that just as empty platitudes. You're good at communicating. You helped me to understand parts of nuclear option I didn't understand before. That kind of communicative ability in the context of games or otherwise is highly valued, especially in this era of noise and generated garbage online. The world needs people like me. It needs people like y'all, people that know what good taste is and how to communicate it. Please, for the love of God, put some good information and love out there, because the more of that we have, the better. But yeah, thank y'all for joining me. Y'all take care, and I'm sure I'll see you again soon. If not, it was a blast, and if so, I'll see you then. Y'all take care.